What is up, guys? This is Rise, and welcome to a video on Spicy Saturday that is so absurd. You probably saw the title, thought it was clickbait, thought it wasn't real, but Papa Legba 88 has news for you that he has a triple Shundo team he's going to be showcasing in the Master League. Now, I will disclose the Go Battle League season is coming to an end. I've been looking back at maybe some old submissions I may have missed, and this was from several weeks ago in the Master Premier Cup. So this is non-legendaries, but still, triple Shundos. This is absurd, and Papa Legba has put a lot of effort into this team, and he said Syvleon is his favorite Pokemon of all time. So, let's see how these triple Shundos perform. I gotta think pretty well as we see him kick off against a Waterfall Gyarados. And if you look at the CPs, this red Gyarados has been eating his Wheaties compared to the blue Gyarados. Has been powered up much further and going to knock out the opposing Gyarados. Let's see what's going to come in. It's going to be Togekiss. So opponent right probably should have just swapped Togekiss immediately. You can tell that this opponent, this may be an ELO range. Maybe they're not as experienced of a battler. They immediately switch into Excadrill. And Excadrill actually a little bit of a core breaker for this team. Beats Syvleon. Does okay against Snorlax. So let's see where Papa Legba is going to start expending shields. Going to let the first drill run go, and going to elect to shield the next one. Here you can overfarm. Actually not going to overfarm. Just going to go straight for the Mooney Bee. Boom! Knocks out the Excadrill. And, you know, if he gets a shield, I think the game's just immediately over. Doesn't get a shield. Well, it's over anyway, because look how bulky Big Lax is. Big Lax in the Master League. It's going to take so many charms to charm him down. He's going to do at least 3, probably 4, maybe 5 body slams. Could be pushing it. But here we go into game 2. Able to catch a move onto Big Lax. Lures out a Gyarados. This opposing Gyarados has been eating its Wheaties. Has been having a high protein intake in its diet. It does have a high CP. And going to land the crunch. Does get the defense fell for Mr. Snorlax. Mr. Snorlax lands another body slam. Probably Dragon Breath down here with your own Gyarados. Yep, I like it. Does Gyarados get to a move? Opposing Gyarados does. Just going to take the crunch and go into farm down. Now you have some nice energy if that opposing Excadrill were to come in. Let's see what comes in. It's a Florges. This looks pretty tough, to be honest. This looks pretty tough, but the only saving grace is that Excadrill is so frail and so glassy, so attack weighted, that Syvleon makes things a little bit uncomfortable for Excadrill. So I don't think this game is quite over. Gonna try and get to another Aqua Tail here. Will this draw a shield? This draws a shield. This could spell trouble for the opponent. It does draw a shield. Keeps the energy here. Nice patience. Takes the disarming voice. In comes Drill. And look at all this energy. If a Moonblast lands, it's going to do a lot of damage. Look at that. Not quite in Psyshock range, but really starting to approach Psyshock range. Ooh, opponent's going for a Rock Slide. Not sure why. If they're trolling or if they don't know what the correct move is. Psyshock draws a shield. Let's see if they go for the drill run here. If they were just trolling before. Yeah, I think they were just trolling because they knew the opponent. They knew Papa Legba had the shields. They're just kind of messing, going for the Rock Slide. Boom, Mooney Bee lands. Florges remains. Oh my gosh! Papa Legba with a Moonblast catch. Let's go. What an incredible play. And Syvleon, who is also nicknamed Kevin. No, sorry. Oh, I'm so sorry, Papa. Trevor. They're both like common male names. I don't know why Kevin came to mind, but one thing I find really funny is when people have their Pokemon's nicknamed to like funny nicknames. And Papa Legba, his pride and joy, the Shundo Syvleon, is nicknamed Trevor. Shiny Snorlax is nicknamed Big Fluffy. And Shiny Gyarados is named Carol. There's a very long explanation that I did not read all the way through, if I'm being honest, Papa Legba. I apologize. It's like that meme when it's like a screenshot of a super long text. And then the response is like, man, I ain't reading all that. But congratulations, or sorry that happened. So maybe I will read it all the way through after this. I'll be a mean guy on camera and a nice guy behind the scenes as Togekiss in a battle of the fairies lands the flamethrower. In comes Mamo. Mamo's got a ton of energy, but going for a Moonblast here. This would deal devastating damage. Draws the shield. This looks like a pretty tough situation for Papa Legba. Avalanche draws his final shield. Going for the Moonblast. I assume Gyarados must have energy. Yeah, Gyarados has the Aqua Tail. And Gyarados should reach one here against Toge. Is Aqua Tail going to be enough? Is Aqua Tail going to be enough? Maybe plus the fast move damage? Oh, baby. Gyarados. Not caring. Not caroling about typings. Just taking down the Togekiss. Safe swap Snorlax. And they come in with Metagross. Not bad at all for Snorlax. I kind of like just going for Slam right away. I think either you just Slam right away or you just build up a ton of energy and then start throwing either Slam or Superpower. Opponent's Metagross is not fully powered up. It's actually further powered up than my Metagross that I hit 35-37 with. No big deal. It's more powered up than my Metagross, but it's not fully powered up. It does take out Snorlax. I think you got to come in with Gary here to absorb this. Because if you come in... Oh! Earthquake? What? Okay. I don't understand the logic there, but okay. Disarming Voice lands. Excuse me, geez Louise. Still getting over this weird cold I've been telling. Like, I feel totally fine. It's just my nose and my throat. It's like it won't go away, but we're getting there. We're getting there where it's Spicy Saturday. So the show must go on. And by the way, that opposing Mamoswine was running Mud Slap. I'm only just realizing that. That's wild. Do not run Mud Slap. I don't think it's the play. Like, there's probably going to be a situation here and there where it could come in handy. But much more often than not, Powder Snow is going to be the better move for you. With both Pokemon like Mamoswine. Is there anything that, like, is better with Mud Slap? I don't know off the top of my head. But Mud Slap is just not a very good move. C Mags. I recognize the name sometimes in my chat on Twitch. Oh my god. Golisopod. That rhymes. Snorlax is met by a Golisopod. I forget its standard moveset. I know, is it X-Scissor Close Combat? Or am I making things up? Does it not have Close Combat? X-Scissor, it's probably not Close Combat. They probably would have gone for it. For some reason, I just like associate Close Combat with Shadow Claw users. Probably because, like, Zangoose. What else is there? I feel like there's another one. Berserker is another one. Ursaring's another one. Lots of Shadow Claw Close Combat users. Oh, God. We're superpowering the Gyarados. I'm not sure why. Papa Legba trying to BM his opponents with his Snorlax. Not just saying, look at me, Gyarados. I am a Shundo. And you are not. You're like a 96 or 98 shiny. In comes Metagross. Metagross not going to have a fun time here against Gyarados. All of its moves being resisted. Going for the Aqua Tail as a bait. I like it. Grabs a shield. All shields were still in play, so I feel like it's a pretty nice Bait there. Meteor Mash. Had to start shielding eventually. Crunch coming through. Draws the final Protect Shield. This is getting low enough where, like, could even consider no shielding, but this is probably the safer play. Preserve your Gyarados. Now you just have to make sure you don't find a situation where the Metagross can live and farm down your Syvleon. So just have to be a little bit cognizant of that, but I like the farm up to 100 energy. Going Moonblast to be safe. I feel like Psyshock maybe plus a quick attack would have been enough. Going for Moony B here. This should nearly KO. Oh, not quite. Uh-oh. Needs to get to that Aqua Tail, and luckily gets to the Aqua Tail. That had to be pretty close before Metagross was getting to that Meteor Mash, and I believe Metagross would have won CMP. Wins CMP against most things with its high stat product. Great lead. Oh my god, another Golisopod? What the heck, dude? I'm going to look on my phone. I'm not going to look on the computer because I don't want it to mess up the recording. But it's bothering me what Golisopod's second move is. I'm forgetting. Battle. Golisopod. Oh, Aerial Ace. That's right. That's not a good move. Aerial Ace or Aqua Jet. Bro, what's with Golisopod? Like, what is Golisopod good against? Not really anything on Papa Legba's team, at least. Baiting the Body Slam. Oh, they call it like a savage. Are they going to call this too? Okay. Gets a shield. Opponent wasn't brave enough to call 2 baits in a row. Shields the Stone Edge. This is like a weird matchup. Because on paper, it's a fairy against the dark, but it's also a rock type, so it resists your quick attacks, and you're also taking neutral damage, neutral rock damage. So it's like kind of good, but also not the best. Wow, great catch on the Golisopod. We see the undercharge, but it's going to knock out anyway. Shields are down. Opponent is still locked and manages to get this off. Now, as long as Gyarados has a decent matchup against whatever's in the back, should be fine, and it's actually the mirror. This could be a little bit awkward because the opposing Gyarados is ahead on energy, so it's going to get to 2 moves first. So I don't know if a catch is going to be necessary here, or if you just go straight for Aqua Tail. Very awkward situation. Going for the switch. Oh, the opponent didn't commit. The opponent had to commit there. And that's a situation, right? It's just thinking about what your win condition is, right? So if you're in the opponent's shoes, let's go into the mind of Greg Jennings. Just kidding. Let's go into the mind of the opponent here. They're in the Gyarados mirror match, and they know they have the advantage. They're ahead on energy. They know they have the advantage. They're ahead on energy, but they're going to need to land a move on this Gyarados, right? Because they're below on health. We see Papa Legba with the swap. You got to just play to your win condition. If you commit to the farm down here and Syvleon gets to its Psyshock, so be it. You lose. But what you can't do is throw this quickly and then just give yourself 0 win condition. Because they should be able to realize by the amount of energy they have, if they throw energy, they're not going to survive enough Dragon Breaths to get to a move against the opposing Gyarados. So this is where you just got to identify what's my win condition and commit to it. Something I mess up all the time on stream. Maybe a more common scenario might be like an unnecessary bait, right? Like you have enough energy to just go for the big move both times, and then you unnecessarily bait and give your opponent a win condition by calling the unnecessary bait, and then you just waste that energy. G to the G, Syvleon versus Mr. Excadrill. Your boy, by the way, Master League Specialist, just got Hundo Best Buddy Excadrill. No big deal. Catches the Rock Slide, and you can tell like some differences between maybe like this ELO range and like leaderboard ELO range is like people keep Rock Sliding when both are neutral. Drill Run is always the play. I will personally Rock Slide sometimes just to like troll when I know my opponent has to shield. If it's like the Excadrill mirror, I'll like Rock Slide to troll. If somebody calls it though, I'm I'm calling shenanigans. But yeah, you always want to Drill Run when both Rock Slide and Drill Run hit for neutral, because Excadrill gets the same type attack bonus on Drill Run. I could be wrong, but I believe they're the same. They're the same move in terms of base damage, but because of the stab, Excadrill gets more. Correct me if I'm wrong in the comments if Drill Run's better straight up or something, even if I didn't have same type attack bonus. Rock Slide coming through, chipping the Gary. Gonna go for an Aqua Tail here. This is gonna hurt. Excadrill lands. And Gyarados gets the Dragon Breath down. In comes opposing Metagross, and still 2 shields for Gyarados to hide behind. This is gonna be very painful to try and bullet punch down here. And Metagross is throwing energy. I don't know what there was to think about there in terms of the shield. You just double shield here, land the crunch, you win. And that is a G to the G. Shiny Gyarados taking the dub. Shundo Gyarados, I should say. Here we go, another Excadrill lead. Lots of Excadrill leads that Papa Legba's been able to overcome. Likes to build up a little bit, then swap Snorlax. And Snorlax just so bulky. Takes these drill runs very well. In comes Gyarados. This is a Gyarados that has not met its protein intake. Hasn't been lifting weights. This is a flimsy Gyarados. 3271. So opposing Gyarados is going to have to shield this to maintain alignment. And doesn't shield. So Snorlax, there you have it. That's why you want to power up your Pokemon. Honestly, though, this isn't that great for Papa Legba because he would rather have, like, an energy advantage here. Okay. It's going to be awkward. Really needs to get off some big damage here, and does against the Florges. Is this just Disarming Voice? That seemed kind of quick. Yeah. I think you just go for the Psy Shock here. And if they shield, maybe you consider switching. Oh, they let it go. Really needs... Yeah, I like going for the Moonblast here, because either you grab a shield or you do a bunch of damage. Then you swap. You can take one. So, with both shields to hide behind, Excadrill's going to need 4 Rock Slides. And honestly, because it's probably not fully powered up... Yeah, it's definitely not fully powered up. That first Rock Slide didn't even do half, so this is just so over. Doesn't even need to shield this. Don't shield it. Oh, Papa Legba. That's all right. That's the safe. It's the safe play. Who knows? Maybe they undercharged the first one for a 3000 IQ Galaxy Brain play. WinCon. Jerbear is the opponent. What a cute name. Battle of the Fairies in the lead. Shundo Syvleon. Shundo Trevor against the Florges. Papa Legba, if you watch this video, let us know the reasoning behind the nicknames. I skimmed through the explanation, and I didn't see a nickname explanation. I'm always curious about nicknames. In comes... Okay, so should be going for Psy Shock here. Moonblast is resisted, but you don't see too many Chandelures, so it's understandable. Because, like, if he had gone for Psy Shock, probably would have got to a second Psy Shock there. Gonna come in with Lax. You definitely no-shield the first, because now they're gonna ramp up. Can consider shielding, but no, just gonna let it go. Do you catch the next one? I would have liked to maybe see him keep the energy and, like, catch, but this is okay. You gotta respect the Shadow Ball here, I think. And it's the mirror once again, and this time the roles are reversed. This time, Papa Legba's Gyarados is going to have an energy advantage and outpace this Gyarados. Now, though, do you have to settle for Aqua Tail here? I think so. Oh, no. Was able to commit to the crunch. Had a 3 Dragon Breath head start. That's what you're going to need to win that race. And Mr. Gyarados able to Dragon Breath down for the finish. Let's go, baby. Probably got like 2 or 3 more battles. Great leading against the Dragonite. In comes Gyarados. Stayed in for a while and then dipped. I would have personally maybe liked to see an immediate swap, or maybe even like throw a move and then swap. But like you start to make this a little bit uncomfortable for your own Gyarados, right? Or maybe I'm wrong. Like, do you have to commit a shield here? Yes, like, you have to commit a shield. And I would imagine if you just swap right away, you wouldn't have to commit that shield. Going for a crunch here. I'd imagine the opponent just lets it go because they know their Dragonite's lined up against Syvleon anyway. In comes Metagross. Okay, so this is a little awkward. Yeah, I think you definitely just go straight Body Slam here. You just need to get this thing low enough that Syvleon can close. And Sylveon's so dominant against Dragonite. I think Papa Legba should be fine here. Probably have to shield this, yeah. But this is okay, because you're going to get to double Body Slam. And if they were to shield, you can probably go for a superpower. Beautiful. Just before the opponent's switch timer was up. Swaps out. And that's game over. Even if Metagross somehow has a Meteor Mash here, the Licks... Yeah, okay, does actually have a Meteor Mash. Wow. Impressive stuff by the opponent, making this game so close. When they got kind of hard countered. Well played by the opponent, but Papa Legba and the Shundo squad too strong. Shundo Syvleon against Mamoswine. Beautiful catch onto the Snorlax. Snorlax a little bit bulkier than Syvleon. Will absorb this better. Lures out the Gyarados, and you don't necessarily need to win this matchup. If you can just chip it enough, Sylveon's going to come out with a boatload of energy. And that energy is going to go a long way if it's against the Mamoswine. Another Body Slam. Could this even allow Syvleon to like quick attack down, or is that too bold? Yeah, I think Gyarados makes more sense here. You probably have to eat 2 Aqua Tails if you tried to quick attack down, and that's just not ideal. Gets the Dragon Breath down. I can't imagine... Oh, wow, Ursaluna. I was going to say, I can't imagine Mamo comes in. But it's a fellow ground type, an ABA ground team. What a strange team. Excuse me. Syvleon grabs a shield. Mamoswine. Letting the avalanches go. So much energy. Gonna bait the Psyshock here. A little bit risky, and it doesn't pay off. Opponent calls the bait. Takes the avalanche. Knows Syvleon can live and get off the Psyshock. I would have liked to see the hard swap there. Excuse me. I would have liked to see the hard swap rather than the quick attack down. Would have given Gyarados a little bit more energy here. And now this is going to be real close. Who's going to get there first? Gyarados gets there first. And is going to knock out the Ursaluna. Let's go, baby. Great win. And that sets us up for, I believe, the final battle of the video. Going up against Ret World. Here against Waterfall Gary. Going for the Psyshock bait. Do you consider swapping Snorlax here? I guess not. Just going to stay in. Aqua Tail connects. Kind of a weird play here from Papa Legba. Going for the Moonblast now. This will do a lot. Boom. And gets the Psyshock. Tons of energy. In comes... Metagross, probably coming Gary here. Resist everything. Going for the crunch against Mr. Metagross. Defense fell. Let's go. Another Meteor Mash coming through, and it's a Dragonite bag. This is a little bit awkward. Needs to be able to do enough damage where Gyarados can farm down and crunch the Metagross. this could be a little bit of a misplay from the opponent by debuffing themselves, because do you allow... No, you don't quite allow a Dragon Breath down, but Aqua Tail will be enough. You need to land the Crunch. Is Crunch going to be enough? I think it should. I think it should, and it knocks out the Metagross. Let's go. What a cool triple Shundo team here on Spicy Saturday for Papa Leg, but not like the most insane, you never heard of Spice, but triple Shundo Spice, I think, is something to appreciate, and it must have been such a grind to get these Pokemon all together, and a little bit of luck too, because shiny odds are different for everybody, it seems. Anybody, let me know in the comments. Do you have someone in your local group that seems to get all the shinies when you guys go out and play Community Day together? I've got my local group, and my friend Braden, his girlfriend Sydney seems to always get the shinies in our little friend group that goes out and plays Community Day together. But anyway, thank you guys for watching. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe if you are new, comment down below. All comments are appreciated. Apologies for my coughing. Hopefully it goes away soon. And all that said, I very much hope to see you guys in the next one. Peace.